Yo, 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 what it do? What it do, fam?
Nothing, man. Just getting back from him. Uh,
Word, word. Our first storm warning joint on the stream, y'all.
oh no.
Nothing, man. Just appreciate that new commitment we got. You know what I'm saying? Quan Lee. I like his energy, man. I like his attitude. I like his demeanor. You know.
Yeah. I mean, he a different cat. I mean, I like what I've saw so far and heard from him. But again, we gotta see the played on the field. So
I mean,
I hold my opinion until I get to see. But overall, good player. Kind of reminds me of Keyshawn Smith a little bit. Just from a playmaker. I think he got some wheels on. And he knows the importance of being not being a 7-7 guy. He wanted
right,
to
right.
put on the field. So that's what I like about him. Like I said, he's kind of flew under the radar, so still got to do some more research on him. So I mean, I'm excited to see him play. I'm happy that he's a commit. To Corey Brown. So I think it'll be pretty good.
Facts. No, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like he gotta perform on the field. You know what I'm saying? But he made it be known like, yo, I'm not a 707 guy. I'm
Yep.
about that action. I'm about that action. I'm about that pad work. You know what I'm saying? And I feel him on that because everybody can look good in shorts and t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Running routes and all the other stuff. It's a totally different animal when you put that lid on. You know what I'm saying? And you know that from
Yeah.
from being in the battles and like myself, it's a total different thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate his mouthpiece right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't mind the back and forth, especially the guy he's going the back and forth with. I think his last name is Hunter. I think he's like a 5-star cornerback that's going that's committed to Florida State. But
Right.
I've seen a couple of stories where he's killed to get the Hunter kid and at one-on-ones at camps and stuff like that. So that's why this kind of little rivalry going back and forth because of course receivers and corners don't get along when they at camp. So
Of course, yeah,
I
yeah.
like that he's going at the number one corner. I like the fact that he's going at the number one corner in the nation, not backing down, not intimidated. So that's a big plus. Hopefully that can translate to play on the field. But he does have the record. 1,000 yards in the last 30 years in his area. A receiver with 1,000 yards in his, in that Gainesville area, whatever. I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
all the counties in Florida, but that's pretty big. What I'm saying, figuring that talent that has came out of that north part of Florida. So
Yeah, and it was like what he had like 1,000 yards on like what 40 or 50 catches. Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's impressive. You know what I'm saying? That's impressive. I mean, like, just on a recruiting trail, like they said, I was reading that Garen Justice is making big headway with the big tackle from out Washington State
Well, that's good.
and the brother from Duncanville, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need that big body, and hopefully we get that kid that's playing at Columbus that played with the freshman that we got that played with Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Hopefully we get those
he
two.
transferred. He transferred. He's at St. Thomas Aquinas now.
Oh, he back at St. Thomas?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, hopefully he's gonna be there June 1st. I think at the barbecue, and he's locked in for an official visit as well.
Okay.
So
So that's good. I mean, they've been after him for a while. So yeah,
yeah, you know what else is good? Shamar Stewart is gonna be there June 1st too. He chose to come to the cookout instead of going to Georgia.
man, with that kids like that, man, especially dealing with the big boys. Me personally, I don't see why he would go to Alabama.
Right.
Because he won't have the numbers. But of course, players are getting in the league right now from Alabama just because of the name. But from a productivity standpoint, Miami's the best fit.
No doubt.
From a scheme standpoint, like with Georgia, Georgia runs a 3-4 defense as well, and that kid can, what I'm saying, make a living putting his hands in the dirt. So, but I think hopefully he has the right support system to help him make a sound decision. Because if you really think about it, look at it, when the last time Alabama has had a dominant D lineman or D lineman with multiple sacks? You can't tell.
It's been a while. It's been a while. They had some D linemen that went first round. Like what's his name?
Tackles.
Yeah, like Jordan Allen and stuff like that. But I mean, like you just said, as far as put like this, bro.
They're getting there off the.
Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. How many Alabama defensive players have gone into the league and been superstars and been Pro Bowlers off the rip? We already talked about their cornerback position that they haven't had. Like this past year, Marlon Humphreys is the first Alabama cornerback to make a Pro Bowl since 1950 something.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, all the DBs who want to go to Alabama, like, why? Why would you go to Alabama instead of coming to play for T-Rod?
Come playing at the University of Miami.
Right. Instead of coming to play for T-Rod, who's got multiple DBs in the league.
Yeah.
First round.
The cornerback taken.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, but
it's that name, bro. We all know it, bro. We all know. We all know what it is.
And we're trying to get back there. Kids are just coming to Miami because it was Miami.
Right.
We're trying to fight to get back to that status. And number more, major respect for Alabama, but we coming to beat their ass come September 4th. And
of course,
the team, I feel like they can do it with the depth and the experience that we have.
Oh yeah.
You have those fans out there that never been in those trenches and are just scared because of name. But these kids ain't scared. They live that they want to play in these type of games.
Facts.
So,
man, look, bro.
Long as the ref don't interfere with the outcome and the game, we'll be fine. Just like the Clemson game, they took away an interception, and the momentum changed in the game. We made plenty of plays, but when you have certain plays taken away, that kills your momentum. It kills your morale as a team. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna shock a lot of people because I think they're we're like an 18-point underdog right now, which is very disrespectful.
Yeah, like what's it? Like 17.5, like 18.
Hopefully, got that posted up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Locker rooms everywhere.
Yeah.
Or in the locker room in the weight room, like we had when we played against Oklahoma when they had us like a 30-some point underdog and they had to get a call from the ref to beat us when we played them in 2006. Yeah, 2006. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, but it's the University of Miami. We made our name off games like that.
And that's what you come here for. You know what I'm saying? You come here to play these big time games. You don't run and hide. You don't run and duck. You know what I'm saying? You line that shit up on the 50-yard line and you like, yo, let's rock. You want somebody transmission out. That's what we've accustomed to. That's what we've always done. And it's time to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get back to, kicking ass and taking names. Part of it, but it's time to get back to that. I think we have the players to do that. I think we finally got an overall coaching staff that's drilling that message in them. I think they're gonna bring in, for this recruiting class, I think they're gonna bring in that type of mentality of players to fit that.
Yep.
And I don't know if you I don't know if you saw my post I did on Facebook. I probably shortly after the one you did when you was talking about how Facebook wasn't allowing you and I to connect.
Yeah.
And then I just I went on just an informational talking about how people gotta get out of the mind frame that we have to get a bunch of Florida kids for our program to be
exactly. You don't. You
Because
don't.
when we were dominant, we was able to go to every state and get talent. If it's
Yeah.
from Texas, from Alabama, from Georgia, from Cali, from New York, Delaware, DC, Canada, wherever, we
Yep.
were able to go and get talent. And I was just saying, I was just mentioning a bunch of players that play right here in my backyard. If they're good enough to go to USC in Oklahoma, then they damn sure good enough to come to Miami.
That's true.
Saying so, yeah. I mean, but
I mean, I don't know if it's a thing where they've been burned a few times with kids from the DMV area while they're not really reaching, going back out there. Because we did try to get the McFarland kid, and you know what I'm saying, and he burned us. He left us at the altar type deal. But that happens sometimes. They feel like, hey, it's not. Is it worth us going after them? You know what
but
I'm
bro,
saying? It's gonna take that. It's gonna take that one player or two, three players for them to see, like, okay, yeah, these kids are really serious about the University of Miami.
right?
But you
But bro,
see,
how many times did a South Florida player leave us at the altar?
I mean, but that's South Florida. That's your home state. You gotta respect. You
I
gotta
get
respect.
that.
You
I get
gotta
that.
respect.
I get that. I get that. I understand that. But my thing is, don't give up on it. Don't give up on a whole area that's flooded with talent.
I just know it happens. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
I just know
it happens. It happens everywhere.
But it's just gonna take one or two players. Just like now, New Jersey, we got a pipeline from New Jersey. They seen that those
Right.
kids about the University of Miami. It's gonna
Right.
take a top player. They're not gonna go there. No disrespect to that area. They're not gonna go there for a 3-star player. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go there for a 2-star player. There's no knock on. There's no
I
knock
don't
on
see
that.
why I don't see why they weren't coming for a 3-star. They went to Jersey and got a 3-star.
Who?
Austin Cage was a 3-star.
He was on borderline 4-star on certain
Like,
tests.
you know what I'm saying? Like, who else? Like, Austin Cage isn't better than the freshman DB for Virginia Tech that's from this area.
Austin Cave is a linebacker.
I know, I'm just saying though. Like Dorian Strong he started then as a freshman.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I'm just thinking as a, from a coach's standpoint, as far as, okay, I can get this type kid here, because if but they do. That's the same thing with Alabama. It's the same thing when Miami comes to Alabama. Miami just started recruiting Alabama like that when they got Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
Oh, and I'm glad you brought Mike Jackson up because that's another thing I touched on, right? Because I touched on a point where, I've seen or read, I've read on some boards where, some players, I mean, some people will make excuses for coaches that they like, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll make excuses for a coach that they like. You
yeah.
know, like look, there's no secret I like Rump, but I didn't make no excuses for him in the recruiting department. I said, yes, he may needed to land some better recruits. I said, but I always gave him credit for the players he did land, like the Isaiah Duncans and the Mike Jacksons and the development of the Michael Jacksons, the Corn Elders, and the Adrian Colberts and stuff
What
like that. In the Malik Young.
Damn, what's that school out here? Not Buford. It's Tucker, the kid he just got from Tucker. Huh? You just muted me.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
The kid from Tucker, the cornerback from Tucker. Is that Isaiah Dunson?
Probably from Georgia, right?
Yeah. Is that Dunson?
Yeah, Dunson.
Okay, yeah. And you got to think about Clark too.
Yeah, Marcus Clark. Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
Clark. He landed some good players. The thing that irritates me about our fan base is that they condemn you for losing out on one or two players. You just condemn your rest of the time at UM. They've had that same grudge for him not getting Tyson Campbell and
Patrick
was coming to Miami.
Right.
But he did help with Nelson.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like those kids was not coming to the University of Miami.
Right.
But at that time, Georgia was a hot commodity, and Alabama is Alabama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those recruits was believing that what's my man named Kirby Smart Sauce. Now you
Right.
see that
Right.
shit starting to go down here where they're not really listening to them. Kids are transferring out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
we got Tyreek Stevenson, and he know
Right.
he made a mistake, and he was convinced to because he wanted to come to Miami.
Yeah,
And
no doubt.
I think Campbell probably was okay with Miami, but the lure of Georgia got to him. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't. What round did Tyson Campbell go?
Think the second round. Think the second or the third round.
Yeah.
Like the
So
second or the third round.
I mean,
You,
they still
I'm
put him
like
in the.
you like don't we can't like we're not gonna be you can't condemn him because he didn't get them two. Like, okay, you could be like, damn, you didn't get him, but move on. He got Nesta.
He got a whole bunch of He got a
Yeah,
whole bunch of kids in that class though. What
yeah,
about the kids?
He got Isaiah Duncan. And what a lot of people don't know is from reading the tea leaves. Excuse me, the tea leaves is like he had to be told who to go get. And if anybody he liked and brought it to the table, like Bandit, it was like, nah, we don't like him. We go get him. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it wasn't his fault, but he went and got Isaiah Duncan, and he developed Isaiah Duncan. And look how Isaiah Duncan has looked up to this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know T. Rob is his coach now, but Mike Rump laid that foundation.
But think about this though. I mean, people got to understand the guys that he did get. He got Gabe Firestone was probably our best defensive player last year.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He played corner when he first got here. He was recruited by Rump. People don't understand he was about to go to Georgia.
yeah, he was.
He was about to go to Georgia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Rump closed on him. You know what I'm saying? But they got to get it. And I just get tired of that type of bashing, especially when they love to talking about bringing former Canes back to coach. But when you had
Right.
one, dog them out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. So,
Right.
but like I said, we talked about earlier, man. Again, about the picnic, the barbecue that they got coming up. I think that's big, and I think that having those kids, it's gonna be a breath of fresh air, for those kids to be able to finally get out and get to some campuses. I think Man and them is playing it really good by not taking no commitments. We probably won't see no commitments until probably next month, because once the kids start, going to other places, and he has to figure out how he's going to be able to work those kids out, since the NCAA are allowing those schools to work out players on
Right.
campus. So
And look, I think not to cut you off, homie. I think we may see a couple commits next weekend. After the bar, I think we may get a couple. I think we're gonna get a couple cats that's on the cuff now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You may get some kids that
Yeah,
wants to commit, that just need to go ahead.
yeah. And Manny's probably just waiting for
You
this.
want to see him in person and
Yeah,
stuff.
and say, you know what, I'm giving you that green light. Go ahead and do it. Whenever make it public whenever you see fit.
Exactly. So I mean, and I like to
But
say getting the 2023 kids on campus too, and I think he's doing something for 2024 class too as well, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
and Manny's man. One thing I love about Manny, he's very strategic. He's very innovative when it comes to relating with the kids and figuring out ways to get kids on campus and be the first to do something.
well,
You
he
know
got that politician background.
exactly, and that
Yeah.
living rooms helps you in recruiting.
Right,
One thing one thing I do know from what I've been told, from people that has talked to Manny and from being a coach, he shoots it to the kids straight. You
right,
know,
right,
and it's no surprises. They don't. He tells you that you're gonna have to work for a position. If you get
right,
play, you're gonna play. He's not promising you anything. If you're good enough to get on the field, he's gonna find a way to get on the field. Like you see, Vontae Williams, he's finding a way to get him on the field. He moved.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He moved this kid at this place. Let's play chess. Okay, since I know this kid is good, but I have to get this kid on the field. So let's try this defense. So let's try to get 6 DBs on the field right now. We're gonna keep the guys I know that can tackle. We're gonna put them down and try to make them as linebackers because we know that the NCAA is going to a more pass happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, you see what I'm saying? Now I still can blitz and be aggressive, but I just have to be, I have to be more. I have to, hide it a little bit, disguise it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. No, I'm totally. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think we're in a, just switching gears real quick to recruiting. I think we're in a very good spot for the DB Kamari Rogers, who's making 2 trips in the month of June. He's gonna be down for the barbecue.
Oh, he's making 2 trips in the wrap.
Yeah, then he's coming down for his official visit, I think June 11th. I think it's June 11th or the week after that, but he's coming down twice in June, and his family wanted to do that. So, I mean, it looks good. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. Like I said, Jacoby Spells, I think is gonna be in his class.
He's a fast kid too. I like him.
Yeah. I'm still holding on to my Earl Little prediction that I stated earlier last month on our Facebook Live joint. I'm still sticking to that. But I mean, the other corners that we're recruiting, it's like, okay, if we don't get Earl Little Jr., it's like we're not. It's not a big drop off. We're not missing much.
Yeah.
From every other corner that we're recruiting. Of course, we want Earl Little. That's a legacy. The young man could ball. He's a straight baller. Who wouldn't want talent? But guess what? The other cats that we're recruiting are talented as well. And then you got T-Rob and DVD to develop that talent. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're in a good spot. No matter which way the ball turns, I think we're in a good spot there.
I do too. I mean, like I said, I one thing, if you know it about me, I'm a half full type guy. You know what I'm saying? I have faith.
Right.
I've seen the progression and the growth Manny has showed from being a defensive coach,
right?
From moving from his first to his second year as a head coach, and I think it's just he's just going to continue to improve because of the simple fact that he relates well to players. He doesn't have a problem with adjusting. He doesn't have a problem with making the necessary changes that he needs to make. To relate with his players. He's a player coach. He has that Pete Carroll mindset. Pete Carroll was the same way. You know what I'm saying? But far as did you see that they ranked Miami's receivers core number 7 in the country?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that,
they ranked number 7. And the receivers was number 7, and the running backs, I think, was number 10. I think the running back should be a lot higher than that.
Do you think the receivers being ranked that high is because the addition of Charles Rambo?
I mean, I don't care who it is.
No. I know. I'm just asking though.
But also, I just think they know that we got a talented group.
Right.
We got a talented group, man. Even like we be down on Wiggins and Pope. If you really go back and look at the season, those guys made a lot of plays. And go back to the season before that. Like, people keep forgetting D. Wiggins has been the Florida State killer.
Yeah. I mean, he killed Louisville too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them was killing Louisville. Who was the one that's making plays against FIU when we lost? It was doggone Pope.
I mean, they like I said, they both have tremendous ability, right?
Yeah.
Catching like you and I know, bro, catching the ball is mental.
Get out their own head.
It's mental. You got to get out your head. If you think you're going to drop it, trust me, you're going to drop it. You know what I'm saying? Simplest play. If you think you're going to drop it, if you lacking confidence, then, once you drop that one pass, you're going to go into a stupor.
Yeah.
They have to block that mess out and move on to the next play and have a short memory.
I agree. Yep, that's true. You got to
like T-Rob said about the DBs. He said, if you ain't never been beat, then I don't want you on my team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you play this position, you're going to get beat, but it's how you respond to that. So for D, like, just like in the spring game, Pope dropped one pass and then drop another pass the whole game. You know, he made some tremendous
But what
catches.
happened? But what happened when he dropped that pass? What the fan base do?
Oh, he stinks. He's sorry. He this, he that.
He
Like,
dropped two passes.
pass.
No, he got one deflected. It was a pass breakup.
Yeah, it was a pass breakup. He had the one drop down the sideline where he scored. Then he had a pass breakup, which was great coverage by Tyreek.
Yeah, Tyreek Stevens.
And I'm like, what? He had 6 catches for 100 yards. And he did that against everybody, first, second, and third team.
Yep.
You know, he made some great hand catches. He made some catches where he got physical. I'm like, look, man, we're gonna need him. And he's in the slot. He just it's mental. It's mental. I think he'll have a what's the word I'm looking for? A redemption type
season, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think he will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Pope, I'm not Pope, excuse me. I'm like, Wiggins is 6'3". Like, dude, you supposed to be that 6'3" and you can run like a deer.
Got wheels. It's just confidence, man. They just got to maintain confidence and just stay out their own head, and they'll be fine, man. They know what's at stake this year. They know what's
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But it's good that we got everybody on campus except for
the running back.
Brown. Yep, and the transfer from UNLV.
What you think about him? What you think about him? Because I spoke on him.
Yeah, I spoke on him too on Facebook.
Yeah,
I
me too.
I think it's a great pickup, man. I think he brings depth. He got 2 years of eligibility left. He brings the depth that we need. He can play every position.
Yep.
And he's familiar with
Justice.
With Justice. So
and you know what else I like about him, bro?
Uh-huh.
He's 6'4", 3 and some change, but
don't look like it.
He's a fit 3 and some change.
Yeah.
Sloppy. You know what I'm saying? He well put together.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. And when you watch his tape, he moves well. He's very agile and athletic. I think it's just a tremendous pickup. You know what I'm saying?
I think it is too. I think he got 2 years to show improve. This is his help out year. He's helping out. Gonna be a rotational guy. May beat out somebody. You never know.
Right.
It's hard to beat out somebody coming in the fall. But next year he'll be probably one of the starters. But I just, hopefully we can start hearing something about Isaiah Walker. Isaac Walker, whatever his name is.
Isaiah Walker.
Hopefully we start hearing something about him. I don't know if he's sick or what. But I love that pickup with the UNLV kid. Hopefully we pick up either a cornerback or a linebacker. But I let Manny knows what he's doing. He haven't failed us yet in the transfer portal.
Hey, the linebacker that we were recruiting a few years ago, Keyshawn Green, who went to Nebraska.
The FSU or Nebraska or something like that?
He went to I think he went to Nebraska. Then he came back. He was at FAU, but now he's back in the transfer portal.
I don't know if I want that kid.
Yeah, he's back in the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think this is gonna be the year when we ship as far as linebacker recruiting. You know what I mean? I think this is the year we right the ship as far as linebacker recruiting and get the linebackers that we want to get, like Wesley, the brother from Central, the other brother, I think it's Omar Graham. I think we get those.
Yeah, we got to get that number 17, man. He reminded me of Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah, that's Wesley. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Trust me, I'm big on pronouncing people's names correctly because I'm folks pronouncing mine. But Wesley B. Hopefully I'll get his name down. What is it?
I think it's Brissett, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's nice. I watched this spring game tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cat sees ball, gets ball.
He reminds me of Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But trying to think another cat. But So the 2023 class, like St. Thomas, I'm sorry, not St. Thomas, but American Heritage got like 3 dudes that we trying
Like
to.
that running back they got nice.
Oh yeah,
And they got the receiver in the nation. He like Miami a lot.
Brandon Ennis. Then I forgot the running name. He nothing but a grown man. Then they got
30.
Yeah, they got a safety that's like 6'3". Like,
and he look up to James Williams too. So
right.
So that'll be a good look. And he can play with James too. James have what 1 or 2 years left to play.
Yeah. Well, no, they 2020. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. So think about that, man. It's like we got to win though.
Yeah.
We got to win. You know what I'm saying? We got to win.
Winning cures all.
Yeah, it does. We got to win. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the 2 most important games, but the games that's, every game is important. Alabama game on down is important.
Yeah.
The Michigan State game is at 12 o'clock. It's high noon. And I think that's good.
Because Michigan State gonna be a lot better than what people think too.
They're gonna be good, but I think that South Florida Heat midday is gonna play into our hands. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that we don't play Georgia Tech in Atlanta this year, man. Oh my God, I want to go to that game.
Oh yeah, they come down to us. They come down to us.
They were supposed to go last year. They were supposed to play in Miami.
Right.
Yeah, I mean last year they were supposed to play in Atlanta.
We're playing in Atlanta.
Yeah, but they switched it when they changed the schedule around. Which I don't understand.
But you know what I'm not
even gave us Clemson last year. Like,
look, you know what I'm not appreciating? I'm appreciating that they made that Alabama game at 3:30. I ain't liking that.
Nah, but you can't debate that Georgia and Clemson a bigger game.
I mean, it's a big game, but that game could have been at 3:30.
I get it, but the rate, you know what I'm saying? But, people counting us out. People got, you know what I'm saying? People don't think it's going to be a game. I hate to say it. We know it's going to be a game, but people not taking it serious. I'm from Birmingham, so I'm getting a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sorry, we can't wait to play Florida type stuff. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So we're like, you will see. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you still got to buckle that chin strap and, lace them shoes up, man. Put them pads on. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's all. It ain't going to matter what y'all say. So, but what you do have to understand is y'all, Alabama's a young team on the offense.
Right.
They may be pretty decent, but they bring in some new linebackers. They linebackers really don't impress me. Secondary really don't impress me. Josh Jobe is okay. He hasn't really.
They got the linebacker. What's his name? Henry Tutu from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Got the receiver from Ohio State. Hey, but did you see that? Yeah, they got that receiver from Ohio State, number 6.
Oh shoot.
Jameson something. Jameson Williams. My oldest son, he knows Jameson Williams. But did you see that video that's been surfacing?
That walk on?
Yeah, the walk on that was cooking their DBs. Like cooking their DBs. So I mean, look, man, they're rolling out a brand new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? A brand new quarterback. So, yo,
it is what it is.
We lace them up and we're gonna play ball, baby.
Exactly.
That's what we do. We need to come in there in some fatigue off the airplane. Let them know we mean business. And it is who it is. Like, yeah, y'all was last year's national champs.
Yeah.
Different season.
Totally
different season. Just like in '92. You know what I'm saying? When everybody thought we should have beat Alabama, but we lost because they didn't take it serious according to those players. So, look, man, I think the players, they're hearing it that they're gonna go up here and get their head tipped in.
Yeah.
I don't think they not trying to hear that.
I don't think so either. I think they're gonna come out motivated.
You gonna be at that game, ain't you?
Yeah, that's the plan. I know I'm tailgating, but if I'm gonna be, I'm watching it. So
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching it for sure.
Oh,
watching it for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
like I said when I made that post on Facebook, probably like minutes after you, there's not a player I don't like on this team, right? And I don't think there's a player you don't like.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it what you and I always talk about. We're never gonna cut no cards. If we feel a player is not playing up to their ability, you know what I'm saying, then we will, we're gonna speak on that. But we're not gonna,
I'm not gonna belittle them. I won't dog them out. I won't say they trash all that. I won't ever do that because they playing at that level for a reason. They did something to get there. I won't ever bash a kid because at the end of the day, that's somebody's child, and they still, I still look at them as like my little brothers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we never gonna belittle them. But all we gonna say is like, look, man, whatever you did to get that scholarship that you earned to get that scholarship after you
need to keep do. You need to do that.
You need to be that player again.
Yeah.
Because you didn't forget how to play football. You know what I'm saying? You ain't forget how to tackle. You ain't forget how to block. You ain't forget how to catch. You didn't forget how to cover. You didn't forget how to run. Like, yo, it's a confidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. We never gonna belittle anybody. It's funny because I went back and I was watching the spring game again today. And my son was like, "You watching that again?" I'm like, "Yeah, I wanted to watch it." And I was paying attention to like Jafari Harvey. And he may not have many tackles, but he was in on many plays.
Yeah.
If it was a real game, he would have had a couple sacks. He forced a lot of plays back in. So he was productive.
Yeah.
He was productive, and I think, he's another young man that I think is going to emerge and become what I expect him to be.
But what's my man name? Right, play for the Giants.
Who?
McIntosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, McIntosh.
Right.
But
But look, man, it's less than 100 days, yo.
Exactly, man.
In 100 days, they've been working out. I know, I'm pretty sure you've been seeing the pictures and stuff with everybody inside the indoor facility getting that work in. The freshmen. I seen the picture. I'm pretty sure you saw it too on Instagram. Mike Harley in the receivers room with the freshmen. Coaching them up, teaching them how to take notes and stuff like that. And that's gonna pay dividends.
Yep.
Because that's what made us great, where the older players took the younger players underneath their wings and showed them the ropes. Like Irby used to always talk about when he got there, how Eddie Brown passed it on to him and how he passed it down to Lamar and all of them and so forth and so forth. Now Mike Harley is doing the same thing for the Bashar Smiths, the Romello Brunsons, the Jacoby Georges, and the Keyshaws and all of them, showing them how to be college, how to be professionals, really. You know what I'm saying? Just at an amateur level, which I think is gonna pay dividends, because I think Mike knows and Rambo know that, yo, we're gonna need these cats. We're gonna need them. You know what I'm saying? We're showing all them to step up.
It's a long season.
Long season. It's a long season, and it's funny. I know you saw it because I saw it. They had us finishing third in the Coastal.
I don't really pay attention to that shit, man. At the end of the day, because you got to play the game.
So before we get off of this thing, the brother Hurricane, I think it's Y2K or Hurricane 2Y. I remember he was on the Facebook joint, and he sent me a message, and he was gonna, he's gonna help us, get the StreamYard up and get it nice. So I want to shout him out. I
was saying appreciate that.
Yeah, I've emailed or I've commented on a couple shows like the Miami Flow show. I made some comments on this. He liked them. I want to shout him out as well. But he said he sees us going 9-3, and I'm asking you, if you see us going, say you see us going 9-3, who's the 3 losses? Let's say Alabama is 1 loss, right? Who's the other 2? Like who's the other 2 losses?
North Carolina, and Florida State. At the end of the day, it's still a rivalry.
Okay. See,
If it is though,
I see it. I see
or
it.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I mean Virginia Tech is always a tough game.
Yeah,
But you asking me, of course, I'm gonna say we go undefeated. But
it's
the
hard to go undefeated.
yeah, but the coach in me and the athlete in me knows how hard it is to go undefeated, right? So if I say anything, I said we'll have one loss. I said it would be to Alabama just based off of, just right now. But I think we could run the ace. I think we'll run the table in the coastal, and that's just my honest opinion.
Mine too.
I don't think North Carolina's gonna beat us.
Nah, I don't. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna go on a revenge tour. I actually think we're gonna run the score up on North Carolina.
Right. Technically, if you want my honest opinion, I think Virginia Tech game is gonna be tougher than North Carolina.
I agree.
I think the Virginia Tech game is going to be tougher than the North Carolina game. But I think we're going to win both of those games. And we'll play Clemson in the ACC championship game, and I think we're gonna put foot to that tail.
Y'all excuse
Huh?
I was saying excuse my yarn.
Oh, now I'm just saying Clemson in that ACC championship game would be the ant, and Miami would be the boot. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
It'll be the blunt.
Everything comes in cycles, man.
Yeah, everything is cycles, bro.
Everything's in cycles, and
no one team stays on top forever.
Right.
That shit changed. Nobody thought to be Clemson right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
It only takes a few good seasons, 2 good seasons to have a run.
That's it. I mean, we keep stacking classes. I think this class is going to be that class to get this class this season is going to get the ship rolling. You know what I'm saying? Ball rolling in the right direction to get the country to take. Honestly, I really think the country's going to take notice about 7 o'clock on September 4th, 7, 8 o'clock on September 4th. They're going to be like, yo, what did we just see?
Exactly.
We didn't expect that. Exactly. Yeah, that's how it has to be. You ain't expect it, but we as Miami fans, we expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like we expect them to win. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't expect them to lose, but if they do lose, I believe that'll be the only game, the only loss they have on the whole season.
Yeah.
Drop one, it'll be that one right there against Alabama. In my opinion, that's it.
Yeah.
I just think them boys are ready, yo. I think they tired of the heckling. I think they're tired of all the jabs that they get on College Game Day and ESPN and all these analysts. I think they tired. I think they fed up, and I think they want to stand up, not play for their city, but they want to represent this university because university is a trendsetter. University of Miami is a trendsetter for everything, and they want back to that. So I think these young men, they got something to prove, and I think they got the quarterback, the leader, to lead them in that direction, and then pass that baton on to whoever's next, whether it's TVD, Jake Garcia, or Jakari Brown when he come in. Whoever, I think we're in good hands at the quarterback position, bro. And you and I we talk about this all the time. We haven't been able to say that since Kaya.
Yep. That's true.
Since Kaya.
But yeah, man. But shoot, man, gotta get ready for bed, big dog.
No, man. I know you're tired, man. I'm glad we was able to get this thing up.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling.
We're gonna get this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? Get the cash apps up so people could contribute and help build the page.
Exactly.
We post it. We need y'all to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so y'all know when StormWarning's coming back. But yeah, bro, it's long time.
We're gonna give y'all a raw, uncut opinion about the University of Miami. We ain't gonna hold nothing back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give with the good and the bad. We may not always agree. I may, you know what I'm saying, we don't always agree. And we say he say his piece, I say my piece. And wait for the next game. But
Right.
give you some dope content. So, just stay tuned in. Like he said, subscribe, hit that like button, and turn the notifications on because Storm Warning is gonna be here every week.
Exactly. And look, trust me, he said we ain't always gonna agree. Oh man, when we on the phone, we've had some disagreements, Jack.
Oh
Trust.
yeah,
But hey, we both ball players, so we see each other's point. We like, all right, okay, I see where you coming from, but it's all good. Hey man, get some rest. I'll hit you up offline so we can discuss.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we could discuss, the next showtime and get it out there to the people.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I hit you up tomorrow, bro.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, man, that's my man TJ, co-host the Storm Warning, our first live show on YouTube. Um, Thanks for the fans on Facebook that told us to go ahead and bring this thing to this platform. We appreciate it. Like I said, Hurricane Y2, I got your email, man. I'm gonna hit you back. So any advice you want to give, how to make the channel better, we will appreciate it. Shout out to Miami Flow. I know you couldn't get me a Miami hat from down there. Since COVID, I couldn't get to my man who does, makes my hats. He designs them for me. But I appreciate your effort. Once again, I'm A Black, co-host TJ for Storm Warning. We out.